Here. What up? Welcome back to the Triple Cross podcast. We are talking about the Lakers. We're talking about the Draymond Green stomping on chests. We're talking about people being weird. We're talking about NBA playoffs, and we're doing it all right after this. Let's go.
The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
What up, everybody? Triple Cross Podcast. We're back. We are live on IG. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch right now, just for funsies, for the one person who follows us on Twitch. We've got NBA jersey giveaway today. If you entered our weekly NBA jersey giveaway, we're doing it today. If you entered the Marcus Smart jersey giveaway, we're doing it today. If you entered the Austin Reeves jersey giveaway, we're doing it today. They're all part of the same jersey giveaway. It's not three different ones. It's one. It's just Austin Reeves and Marcus Smart were the most popular, so I kind of advertised them the most. Go figure. So we're doing that today. We are announcing that winner. Hang tight for that at the end of the episode. We are also doing live NBA Shop gift card giveaways. So the way that you win an NBA Shop gift card on the Triple Cross podcast, whether you are on IG or whether you are on YouTube, the way that you win is you text your first name and last initial to 844-973-4083. So that's the one country code, +1 844-973-4083. Text your first name and last initial to that number, and you will get entered to win an NBA Shop gift card. That number's in the description if you're on YouTube. I'll say it one more time for the IG folks. 844-973-4083. I'm here with Carter. I'm here with Mason. We got some sponsors for the show. We'll get to them in a second. First up, I got to know how you guys feeling with the Cavs 1-1 with the Knicks. I know you're hoping to take both at home. Carter, you feeling nervous going into the Garden?
I was feeling a little nervous after game one, but game two reinstilled my confidence. I think both teams played offensively pretty bad in the first game, and then the Knicks played pretty bad offensively again in the second game. I think the Cavs are more likely to sustain a functioning offense than the Knicks are, and that'll be what it comes down to because both teams are going to be playing great defense. Cavs obviously number one defense, but I think the Cavs' more consistent offense will be good.
Nice. Mason, what do you think about Julius Randle slapping Jalen Brunson? You think, there's something going on there? You think Jalen Brunson maybe got with his girl? What's going on over here?
Completely accidental, but I'm all on board for establishing some agendas, establishing some drama.
Let's start some rumors today. Let's start some rumors. Yeah. It was Jalen Brunson's sister. She was interested in Julius Randle. JB shut it down. Randall was like, you know what? I'm just going to low-key slap this guy in the eye.
Hey, if he's willing to sacrifice an NBA game or an NBA playoff game for that girl, he might be worth it.
Maybe he deserves it. Maybe that's what JB's trying to figure out. You know what I mean? How much do you care? And then he's like, all right, now we'll lose that one. We'll come back and win because, you have my blessing now. And then Julius Randle's going to go off. Not worried going into the Garden, Mason?
No, I think the team was shell-shocked game one. Everyone forgets how young the Cavs are. That was basically the entire team except for Donovan Mitchell and Cedi Osman, his first playoff experience. So I wasn't surprised that we got out-muscled and out-physicaled and out-hustled just because of the shock and the nervousness of the playoffs. I do think that New York will win at least one at home, but I'm still very confident that we leave New York 2-2.
Yeah. You take what cut Kevin Love away from the Cavs and you drop their mean age by 10 years. So you got to remember this is a young team without Kevin Love. All right. Quick word from our sponsors for the show today. First up, Perk Chinos, perkclothing.com. Get the feel good chinos. You won't regret it. You can wear them with anything. They look good with a t-shirt. They look good with dress clothes. They make the booty look good. They make the backside look good. They make the front side look good. They make the side look good. All sides look good in Perk Chinos. So that's Perk Chinos or perkclothing.com. If you buy 2 pairs, you get $90 off a third pair, which is pretty good because most people wear more than one pair of pants. And so you can get a little deal there. Links in the description if you are on YouTube. Also brought to you by Manscaped. Everybody knows what Manscaped is at this point, I'm guessing. You guys we're all familiar with Manscaped. Yeah. So there's some crazy survey, like 70% of women like prefer a man who has some trimming in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be an actual like shape or form. It doesn't have to be like a circle or something, but just they want it trimmed. They want it trimmed. Yeah. Yeah. They want a hexagon. That's the most
arrow.
Yeah, it's the most commonly desired shape of downstairs hair. No, but you got to get the Manscaped going. The women, your lady will thank you. Go to manscaped.com, I think is their website, and use code BELLYUP20. I don't know if that's the right code, just winging it, just throwing it out there, but it's BELLYUP20, I think, 30% off the mower 2.0 or the lawnmower 2.0, I think is what it's called. Those are our spawn today, and again, a reminder, weekly jersey giveaway, link in description. I'm doing a jersey giveaway every week during the playoffs. Ooh, that was a long block of John. Somebody else want to talk about something now?
Kawhi Leonard is not playing tomorrow or tonight.
He's not playing tonight. What the hell?
I think you just spoke for the entire NBA community with that one, with those 2 words.
Yeah.
He was questionable before.
Yeah. Well, is he hurt or is it just like, I haven't played 40
Load
minutes.
Management.
I haven't played 40 minutes a game for years. And now I did it twice in a row. Do we not know? The Clippers,
they said it was something with the knee, but it wasn't related to the ACL injury. It was like soreness or something minor.
He just got them old man knees,
Yeah.
I got those. Yeah. I got that same thing, but I don't play in the NBA, so just the rickety knees. What were you gonna say, Mason?
Just bruised knee in game 1 is what I heard. I heard he was questionable for game 2 and then played through it, and now I guess suffering playing through it. But
yeah,
I don't see a world where they win this game.
I think splitting in Phoenix was huge for the Clips, honestly, right? Mm-hmm. And if you can go to LA splitting in Phoenix, they could have won both in LA maybe with the way Kawhi was playing. So let's talk Suns Clippers, because honestly, that was, you forget, like, it's so easy to forget that Kawhi is really, really good at basketball. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he just never plays. So you kind of like forget about the Clippers and you're like, yeah, like they're not going to do that good because Kawhi never plays. But like, dude, he is good. He's a really good, he's a dynasty ender, right? He's broken up 2 dynasties at this point, sort of. The Warriors still won the championship afterwards. But yeah, like this is exactly what, like, it was going exactly how the Clippers want, right? Like, oh man.
Kawhi versus KD is always peak cinema. It's just been phenomenal to watch.
It's so good. What's been even more fun to watch is Russ versus KD. Russ has got some attitude out there, man.
He had a great game too.
He had a great game 1. He had in game 1
percentage wasn't there, but last time he shot 3 of 19. He had like 20 and 20 or something.
So here's the thing. What the Clippers are doing, Russ, is exactly how he's supposed to be used. Right? Like all the hustle stuff. So it's rebounds, it's blocks. Here, I got some stuff. A Bleacher Report like posted some Russ stuff, of course, so I had to save it. Maybe I didn't get it saved.
Well, it's just been elite defense. Like even in game 1 where he shot 3 of 19, that was one of the best 3 of 19 games I've ever seen. And the other contender for the best might be his other 3 of 19 game. So it was very impressive because we know Russ is inefficient. We know he's still going to shoot. But if he's going to make enough winning plays, and especially if they're winning games, like I think it's serviceable to have him out there. There were some times where I maybe would have liked to see a little less Russ, but he was playing his ass off. He was hustling and doing really well.
Yeah, no, it was like he was pursuing on defense. He's getting blocks from behind. He's popping the ball out from behind. So I thought I had saved the footage of that last play against Devin Booker, but he was a beast on defense all game. And then like Devin Booker takes him ISO. He gets a block, Devin Booker, I think Devin Booker's crying for the foul before the ball, like Russ blocks it, ball's still in the air. Dev looks over at the ref and starts like, hey, starts doing the foul yell, the, hey, that one.
Yeah.
The foul yell. Everybody knows it. And while Devin Booker's busy crying to the ref, Russ throws the ball off him, Clippers ball, they win the game. Like, that is peak Russ. When he's used in that way where it's like, just do all the hustle stuff. He probably got 4 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter, if I had to guess. I'm just like counting off of memory. Was it 6? Did you say 6, Carter?
Oh, I just said G's.
Oh, you just said G's?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, Carter says it was 6. He got 6 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter. We're starting rumors today. 6 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter, man. Like, and that's a total 11 rebounds. A bunch of them were offensive. Even when he didn't get it, he was like in there with a hand breaking up that offensive rebound, trying to get it back. Like, that is how he's supposed to be used. And then you just don't let him shoot. Every time he tries to score, it's like, man, you are just not good at that, are you?
It's just he's slower on the offensive side of the ball with his athleticism, so you can't just blow past everyone and dunk on you anymore. So now it's just a little bit ugly sometimes on offense.
Is it me, or has his jump shot gotten worse every year?
I think it just looks worse every year.
It just looks worse
because he gets a little less athletic every year, a little bit easier to defend, and it just doesn't really get better. So it just kind of looks worse.
And he's one of those big time elevators too. Like he jumps really high on the jumper, and every year he jumps a little less high, and it starts to look a little more like you're shooting on the way down, dude.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that? You're an NBA player. You can't figure out how to shoot on the way up. Like, what? But no, like he's incredibly, Clippers Suns. What do you guys think? If Kawhi's going to sit game 3, do you think this series is 50-50 enough that makes the difference?
I think it'd be probably a split in LA regardless. So I don't know. Game 3 is basically all Phoenix now. They're like 7.5 point favorites now, but no Kawhi, no Paul George, unless Russ goes for 40, 10, and 10 and doesn't shoot 3 of 19. It's going to be 2-1 Phoenix. And then you kind of got to win game 4 in LA. Otherwise, you're facing elimination in game 5 in Phoenix, which you don't want.
Nah, I think that I had already thought they were going to split in LA. But without Kawhi, I think there's a world where Phoenix takes both games in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And because I think game 3 goes to Phoenix. Neither team can let up here. Neither team can be resting a guy. Like, it just, I think that. I will say this, though. I think if Paul George comes back, LA will lose. I, honest to God, think they are better without Paul George.
That is an interesting take of all. That's not what I was expecting next.
Well, think about Paul George since the playoff P days. You know what I mean? Like, he had those couple years where he was like taking LeBron on runs. I get it. Those were good. But think about him since then. What does he contribute? Like, his teams, every team he's been on is like vastly underperformed in the playoffs, hasn't it? Like, you remember those OKC Thunder that, like, when Dame sent them home? Or like,
when he was a top 3 MVP candidate.
Yeah. When they go home in the first round. And the Clippers,
the OKC seasons were rough. I think
the Clippers,
and then the Clippers season was rough. I think one of the years was injury. One of the years it was just Paul George alone.
He's just Well, you can't have Paul George alone. The Jazz sent them home, dude. The Jazz sent Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and Carmelo Anthony. Now, maybe Carmelo Anthony was the poison. I don't know. But they sent them home. And then the Blazers, Paul George just hasn't been the same in the playoffs since the playoff P days. I think if he comes back, I think when it's clear that it's like, oh, Kawhi does his thing and we're just a bunch of dogs, that's when they play their best. And then Paul George gets in there. They're like confused about what to do,
Well, I don't know. I just feel like
hot takey with it.
I feel like you can't get worse by adding Paul George. He's a phenomenal 2-way player. He's going to go out there and play good defense. He's 6'9" with long arms, so that's like perfect to help give Kawhi a little bit of a break on KD. He's a very smooth shot maker, and he's a really good 3-point shooter. I feel like it is the complete opposite. I feel like with Paul George, I'm way more confident.
On
LA.
paper, dude, on paper, you're 100% right. I don't know how to explain this other than I think he just takes touches away from Kawhi. He's streaky with his shooting, especially in playoff games. He disrupts the chemistry. Like when I'm watching the Clippers play the Suns, how the way that they're playing right now, it's like, oh, these guys are a unit. They know Kawhi's going to touch the ball every possession, and he's going to take shots. And dude is a shot maker. Like I don't think he gets cold.
With if I didn't know the name you were talking about, I would genuinely think you were talking about Russell Westbrook, not Paul George.
No, I'm talking about. I know. I get what you're saying. I feel like usually it should be like, hey, if they get Paul George back and then they bench Russ, then they're a contender. That's usually what I would be saying. It's crazy. I feel like I'm talking crazy talk right now, but it's like, dude, Russ is doing lots of stuff as long as he knows he's not supposed to score. And Paul George, I think maybe just confuses the situation. Now, without Kawhi, they do need that like primary scorer for sure. But I don't know, chat, what you think? Paul George additive to the Clippers or not additive to the Clippers? While you respond to that, it looks like we got wheel spin number 1. So this will be for a $25 NBA shop gift card if you text it in. So if you don't see your name on the wheel, if you're on YouTube right now, you don't see your name on the wheel, it's because you didn't text in your name. If you're on Instagram, you won't see your name on the wheel, but if you've texted in, it should be on the wheel. So the way that you get on the wheel before we spin this is you text 844-973-4083. That's the USA country code. So 1-844-973-4083. Man, that's so hard. 10 digits so hard to remember. We need to get one of those short codes where it's like text 2457. 1-844-973-4083. Text your first and last name, or text your first name and last initials if you don't want to text your first and last name. But yeah, we're about to give away a $25 NBA shop gift card right here. Matt, is it you? Give me a thumbs up if it's you, Matt. All right, spin that wheel, boy. Wait, who do you guys think before Matt spins the wheel? Who do you got?
I'm going Rose B because it's close to D Rose.
I'm going Raul G.
Rose B is a past winner. She's a past champion.
We call her roast beef around here in an endearing way.
Yeah.
Background producer Casey here, by the way.
Casey made a dad joke about her one time, and she can't live it down. I'm gonna go with Lamar. I'm gonna go with Lamar F.
I was thinking Lamar F. That would have been my second choice behind Raul
Lamar
G.
F. I'm liking he's right next to TJ. I like that it's just TJ. But you know what? I'm going Lamar F on this one. And he's next to Andrew R. So Andrew R is a magnet for winning. And so I'm thinking if it just overshoots him or undershoots him a little bit, then we got Lamar F for the win. That's my logic there. Let's go.
Spin it. Andrew has won 7 times already on our show, by the way.
Andrew R.
No
is
way.
the consummate winner.
Almost roast beef.
Roast beef almost won it. Instead, it was Deb.
Another regular winner.
Yes.
Deb.
Nice job, Deb. The way that you claim your gift card, you probably already know because she watches all of our shows. She watches baseball. She does everything. Deb, email triplecrosspodcast@gmail.com. Let them know that you won an NBA shop gift card on episode 57. I'm actually not sure if this is episode 57. I'm kind of guessing. When I made the thing, I was guessing. But say episode 57, and I think they'll believe you probably. Well, they can confirm on YouTube if they need to. If you want to win an NBA shop gift card one more time, I got to check the number every time I do this. Text your first name, last initial to 1-844-973-4083. We're going to give away one more live, and then we are actually going to do an exclusive giveaway on Playback. There's a link to Playback in the description. It's playback.tv/Triple Cross Podcast. We're going to do one giveaway just for the Playback folks. So that's how we're doing things today. I actually think also if we hit 40 likes on the video, I'll do it. So I'm going to do one more spin already. I'll do a third spin if we hit 40 likes. So like the video if you haven't liked the video on YouTube. Okay.
Real quick before I jump backstage again, thanks for subscribing, Yuri. Thanks for subscribing, Kaylee, Love Sports, and Sandy Pond. And also, John, we have a poll that's in a deadlock. It looks like the Suns win 52 to 48%. Pretty significant vote too. I think there were 31 votes. So 51 to 48%, actually. Super tight. That doesn't make sense mathematically, but that's what YouTube said. So
51 to 48%.
that's what YouTube
1%
said.
is like, I'm undecided.
They're like, easy, man. I don't
know. Just show me the answers, please. Yeah.
That's like, I
1%.
can't handle that.
1% picked the league shutting down again for
the 1%. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about is the most shameful thing that happened this week. And we got to decide. We're going to have to make a decision what the most shameful thing that happened this week was. So I got some video footage of shameful thing number 1, and it was this. I think y'all know what's coming. Entire screen. We'll share that one. Nope, we'll share that one. Boom. You see it. Big shout out to House of Highlights and Bleacher Report for basically capturing all the footage I want to use on this show all the time. But you got Draymond Green and Domantas Sabonis in the middle. I think we'll get a little replay of that. So Sabonis, so 2 candidates here for most shameful thing of the week. Sabonis for just doing the little kid move, you know what I mean? Like grabbing someone's leg. What is that? That's first up. And then second, look at it in the middle. He just grabs his leg. He's like, no, you can't go anywhere. And then second is John Green for just straight stomping on the chest of Sabonis. I think we got another angle on it here. Let's see. Boom.
In full speed, that doesn't look like as bad, but when you get the slow-mo angles and
slow-mo
like stepping
now
on
watch
and jumping off,
wrap him up.
like
Yeah, he was. His foot was already free. His foot was already
Oof.
free. He could have just gone on, done his business, just ran to the other side of the floor. But he was like, "Nah, I gotta curb stomp you a little bit here." I don't know. So that's candidate number 1 for most shameful thing of the week. Candidate number 2 for most shameful thing of the week. Yeah, I mean, well, we got 2 actually out of that.
No,
So
King
that's
Ferris is back. He doesn't
that's
have the numbers in his name though.
King Ferris, what happened to your numbers, dude? How come your number was so high before? Shameful thing number 2 is just the general loss by the Lakers, but this sums it up. This footage right here sums up this loss. So you got Tyus Jones calling people up. Look at D'Angelo Russell trying to play defense. He's doing his best. That's the best D'Angelo Russell defense there is. And then LeBron just lets him have a 3. Let's Dylan Brooks shoot. I think we're going to get a little replay here where he just kind of lazies around a screen. He's just like, I'll just walk up there. Game awareness here. The situation is they're down by 8. They're down by 8 with a minute and a half to play. So that was a must-stop possession. They get a stop there, they have a chance to win the game. But
Dylan Brooks shoot is a decent shot at getting a stop.
No, well, he's still an NBA player. Like, look at this. He's so open, and LeBron doesn't
NBA
even
player shooting tour dates.
Yeah, the LeBron doesn't even contest it. I get it if it's like, hey, you don't have to overclose him. Just a light contest will work. But look at this. Like, LeBron just kind of walks and watches. This reminds me of what the Jazz were doing with Maxi Kleber a couple years ago. They're like, oh, let's just let him shoot because he's not very good. Like, well, he is an NBA player. He can make wide open shots. It's his job. Look at LeBron walking around the screen. And then Dylan Brooks doing the Lance Stevenson thing. Did he blow on him? No, he didn't. He just talked to him. Walking around the screen. All right. So those are my candidates for most shameful thing of the week. Anything you guys want to add into the mix? What else was shameful this week?
If I'm picking most shameful, I'll go Draymond, but another contender might be the Heat getting embarrassed with no Giannis. If you want to win that series, you kind of got to win the games where Giannis isn't playing.
Yeah, that was also pretty shameful, but I think okay, all right, that could be a candidate. Let's throw it in the ring. All right, Casey, give us an audience poll here on the YouTubes. Most shameful thing that happened this week: Sabonis kid grabbing Draymond's leg, Draymond curb stomping the chest of Mr. Domas, the Lakers losing to the Grizzlies while they were fully healthy and the Grizzlies did not have Ja Morant, or the Heat losing to the Bucks without Giannis. I'm gonna go.
Work on that one going with only 2 options, so I have to remake it. But okay, I'm
sorry, man. I'm gonna go with the Lakers loss to the Grizzlies. You're fully out. Like, everybody's playing. You got Anthony Davis. Like, weren't you supposed to be contenders, right? Like, everybody's playing. You got Anthony Davis. You got LeBron. You got Austin Reeves. I mean, what else do you need? And you lose to a Grizzlies that doesn't have Steven Adams, that doesn't have John Morant. I mean, you basically lost to Xavier Tillman and Dylan Brooks and Tyus Jones. Like, I think that's pretty shameful, honestly. They should be leaving Memphis up to, in my opinion. Mason, you got Draymond?
I'm going Draymond. Draymond's a 4-time champ. Clay makes sure to remind us of that all the time. He knows what it takes to win in this league. You can't just get suspended for a game. You can't do something like that and get suspended. You're basically throwing away. You're there to help your team win, and you're throwing all that away by getting yourself kicked out of a game. So I'm gonna go Draymond.
He seems to be completely shameless about it. In the post-game interview, they asked, like, were you surprised that he stayed down so long? And he was like, I wasn't surprised at all, which means he stomped on him pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, no, I wasn't surprised at all. I just tried to break his ribs. So,
well, didn't Draymond
stay down longer, honestly?
Draymond said on his Draymond Green show that he thinks he's going to be traded, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he said that. So, I mean, maybe he just doesn't care about the Warriors anymore.
You're punching Jordan Poole. You're stomping on dudes. You're starting beef with everybody, really, but specifically Dylan Brooks. Now, that said, Dylan Brooks is probably the most hateable player in the league. I mean, it's close between Draymond Green and Dylan Brooks, honestly.
I'm surprised Grayson Allen, I mean, like, he didn't do anything wrong when he, like, swiped the ball from Tyler Hero, but he broke his hand, and it was Grayson Allen. So I'm surprised he didn't get, like, a bunch of hate for that.
And I think people forget that he played at Duke now. You know what I mean? When you still remember he played at Duke, you're like, yeah, that guy's so dirty, which he was. I'm not.
And even then, there was the thing where he ran under whoever it was that was dunking, like, last season.
Caruso broke his hand or something like that too, right?
Oh, was it? That wasn't the Gary Payton one. Was it Gary Payton too?
I think he's done multiple things since the league.
Side note, Gary Payton II is the only person I know who goes by the second. Like, what's wrong with Junior? You don't want to be Junior?
Well, his brother is named Gary Payton Jr. There's Gary Payton Jr.
Then he's Gary Payton
the
third.
There's Gary Payton Jr. and Gary Payton II.
So you're telling me that Gary Payton had two sons?
Named them both Gary.
Yes, named them both Gary Payton. One's junior, one's the second.
I did not know that. Gary Payton's like, no, it's a good name. We need more
name.
Garys. We need more Gary Paytons.
Parents were full of great ideas.
All of his daughters have the same name too. He's like, we just keep it simple. I never mix it up.
They're all Gary Payton.
Gary and Gina. That's it.
Just the whole family is just, if you need anyone's attention, you just hear Gary yelling and everyone responds.
What happens if Gary Payton II has two kids? Okay.
Gary.
Name one Gary Payton III. What's the other one?
Gary Payton Jr. Yeah. Gary Payton II Jr. and Gary Payton III.
Gary Payton Jr. the second.
Gary Payton Jr. squared.
Gary Payton II Jr. and then Gary Payton III.
Yeah. He's perfect.
Yeah.
Until Gary Payton Jr. also has kids and then also has sons. And then what is he going to name his kids?
It's getting real confusing then. Like, not like Gary. He's just going to name him John.
Yeah.
Some other weird, because Gary's like kind of a dying name anyway. I don't know a lot of Garys anymore. It's like Phil. I don't know any Phils either.
All the Garys I know are NBA guys. Gary Neal, Gary Payton.
Yeah, this is the only Garys out there. Carter, most shameful thing of the week. Is it Draymond for you as well?
It's Draymond, yeah. I mean, not only do you not stomp on someone's chest, whether he felt that was his only choice or not when his foot was grabbed, but the suspension is just, if Sacramento takes game 3 because Golden State can't play any defense and it's because Draymond stomped and got suspended, I mean, that's quite shameful. Yeah,
so let's talk about the Warriors. Are the Warriors, I mean, is this panic button mode? I think so.
The Warriors are cooked. They can't guard a soul on the Kings without fouling.
Well, hold on, but let's remember they're an awful road team.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, they're the low seed. You can't take the season not seriously at all. Get the low seed and be bad on the road. You're gonna have to win a game on the road to win the series. So they're an awful road team, and they're going back to the Oracle now. What do you think happens? Do you think Kings are going to split with them at the Oracle? Or do
I
you
think
they'll
they
take
should
both?
they should win. Golden State should win both. I mean, they're
They
5.5 point favorites without Draymond, so they should be
Yeah.
pretty heavy favorites in Game 4. And then you get it 2-2 going back to Sacramento. I think they can win one of Game 5 or 7. So they lost Game 1 by 3, and they lost Game 2 by like 6 to 8 points. So it's not like they're getting killed. They're playing worse than they should, but I think they can get it together for one road game and then get it done all 3 times at home.
Yeah, get it done and just take it to 7, you think?
Yeah, unless they win the
You still
Game 5
think
on the road.
do you still think you'd legitimately predict the Warriors to win this series?
I want to. I wouldn't say like it's more likely than not that Golden State wins because it isn't. That winning 4 out of 5 isn't going to be more likely. But I'm not backing away from my original pick of Golden State winning the series.
I've flipped my pick at this point, and I do think it is Sacramento. It's just tough 2-0. I mean, it's like they got to win one. They don't even have to win one on the road. If they win all of them at home, they win.
Mhm.
Yeah, comment right there. Let's get to 40 likes. If we get to 40 likes, we will do 2 more wheel spins. If we don't get to 40 likes, we'll do 1 more wheel spin for NBA Shop gift cards. Also, quick reminder, we're doing a bonus one on playback. Link in the description for that. But okay, so I think that the Warriors. So here's what I'm seeing in the series. Number one, Sacramento is rowdy. Like all playoff arenas are rowdy, but not like Sacramento, dude. They are rowdy. Like they are so loud. And the way the Kings play there is just so full of swagger. It's like they don't even care if you score. They like legitimately are just like, and I guess that's how they've been playing all season. They're basically like, yeah, we know we're bad at defense, but like you're gonna have to stop us too, right? But yeah, like the way the Kings play there is like there's so much swag, and every time they get a bucket, it's like it's a game winner in there. That crowd is just going off. I think it'd be hard for any team to win in Sacramento. And you got the Warriors who are just already awful at home. They're dropping games to like the Rockets and Spurs, or already awful on the road. They're dropping games to the Rockets and Spurs on the road. Like I just don't see them winning a game in Sacramento, but that's just me, man. I think the Kings are going to do it. One more thing I want to talk to you guys about, actually, really quick. Where are we at on likes, Casey? We there?
John, we are at a 36 on likes, so we are 4 away from 40.
4 more likes on the video. We'll do 2 more NBA Shop gift card wins. All right. So while we're waiting for that, one more thing I wanted to throw at you guys, or a couple more things that I want to throw at you guys. These I'll reshare my screen now and show some more stuff. So these plays with Morant. Put us back on the side, Casey. Just because these are vertical videos. All right. So these plays, I mean, you've seen them. These are both in game 1. So you got Giannis coming down the lane. Kevin Love just freaking being crafty. I don't think he got the charge on that. Was it a charge or a block?
I don't even remember.
A block.
Here, we're gonna see it again. I think we get the behind view. It's bang bang, but I think he was there. I think it was a charge. So that one happened with Giannis, and then this one happened with Ja Morant. This one is more egregious. This is like, I mean, freaking have a bag, dude. Like, all right, so he bails out, goes back out, blows by, and then it was Anthony Davis taking that charge?
Mm-hmm.
Standing there for like 100 years while Ja Morant is running down the lane. Ja Morant gets hurt, dealing out a charge. Giannis gets hurt, dealing out what, in my opinion, was a charge. Do you think, I've heard talk that they may, I mean, yeah, he was there for a long time. I've heard talk that they may actually make it harder to take charges, or they may make the rule like, you know, they may just make it harder on the defense because people are getting hurt, and specifically superstars are getting hurt, right? Thoughts on this, Mason?
I don't think they'll do away with the charge or even change it, because right now for guys like Kevin Love, like old Kevin Love and Kyle Lowry, they're kind of hopeless without the charge as an option. I think that if
Kevin Love is a crafty player, okay?
Sneaky athletic.
He's just sneaky he's crafty. He's old man crafty.
It's just if you take that away, I feel like, I mean, Giannis is going to average 40 points a game, because how do you stop Giannis if you can't get in front of him and get him into foul trouble?
Right. Yeah. When he's got no bag, his whole bag is put my head down, jump from a long way away, try and dunk it.
Debatable, but
it's getting better, but like it's not. That's the move.
I just don't think the NBA is so easy that you can have no bag and put your head down and run into them and dunk.
That can be your main strategy, but
I think he's got a couple fallback moves, but that's the main strategy. A lot of it has to do with like they can't stand in the key on defense. Like it's a really open floor in the NBA, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't. So personally, I think there is a world where we would see some rule reconstruction similar to like what we saw with Harden a couple years ago, where they're like, all right, you can't hook dudes. We're not gonna all these Harden fouls. Like we're gonna make it harder to get those. I could see it happening just because Ja and Giannis are such big draws, and you don't want to. If you're the league, you don't want to see them not in the playoffs. If they do that, I will be upset about it. Because they already make it hard on defense. Like most of the rules favor the offense, and those are clean charges. Like they're out of the safe zone. It's not the defensive's fault that Ja and Giannis are so predictable. Like what they want. It's not the defense's fault that it's like, what, you got to figure something else out. So I don't know to just come down here and stand here. Like maybe you need to pass it to the guy that I left sometimes. I don't know. Pass it to the corner and maybe I'll stop taking them charges. Carter, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like there's an injury risk there, but you probably just need to not try to avoid contact instead of find it, I guess, if you drive, because there's really no way you can change the rule to avoid it.
It reminds me of like what Chris Paul said about the Harden thing, where they don't let him hook anymore, and they don't let him. They kind of like have made it a little bit easier on the defense there. And what Chris Paul said about it was like, I mean, I don't care what the rule is, but like, get your hand out of there, you dummy. Like what he's gonna do. Why just get your hand out of there, right? It's not James Harden's fault that guys are putting their hand in there when their hands in the cookie jar. Like they know what he's gonna do, right? That's their fault. I think it's the same thing with guys who are just like flying down the lane. It's like, I mean, look, dude, if you're going to jump, if you're going to run as fast as you can, jump from the free throw line, like, what's going to happen. Somebody's going to stand there.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
For the John Morant and Anthony Davis one, let's say that the league removed charges. You can't take charges anymore.
Or they just made it way harder. Like you got to be there for a full 2 steps before.
Yeah. Well, whatever they make it. That play turns into Anthony Davis jumps and tries to block John Morant's.
That's more dangerous.
And the injury risk is the exact same in my opinion. Both players could come down funky, fall. Whatever it is. I just feel like removing the charge doesn't fix any injury risk. It just makes it a lot easier on the offense.
Yeah. Casey, how we doing on likes? We got 40. Got them 40 likes.
We have not gotten 40 yet, John.
Wow. Okay. So everybody watching must have liked the video already. All right. Let's do one round of crossing out or crossing up, and then let's do some quick predictions, quick rundown of every series, just so we're covering everybody. Crossing out or crossing up. I'm gonna cross up. I had mine ready this week. Isn't that awesome? I'm gonna cross up this guy. This man right here, Mr. Cam Johnson. This was a legit play. Just no charges here. Cam Johnson. The poster on Embiid. I mean, we've all seen it. Move. We've all seen it, but that was a big boy move right there. Let's watch it again, just because it was.
Did you see the quote of Embiid saying, "I don't remember getting postered"? With
he's like, I don't remember that.
Absolutely bodied. It was so funny.
Yeah, you don't remember that? Come on, that was on your
like the frame before he got jammed on. I don't remember getting dunked on. So funny.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I don't remember this. Sure, here we go. That's on you. The ball literally was on his head.
I wouldn't quite call it a poster. I was to the side.
I don't know. It wasn't a poster. It's not like I tried to block it or anything. It's not like it was on my fucking head. So that's my crossing out, or that's my crossing up this week. My crossing out this week, I mean, we already crossed out the T-Wolves so many times, so I feel like that's cheating. This hurts. This hurts my soul. This hurts me deep in my soul. But I'm going to cross out the Warriors. I think it's over for them. I mean, they're going to Oracle. I don't want to write them off yet, but this Kings team just looks like unfazed by being scored on. They look this is how they've been playing all year. And these are two really bad defenses. And the Warriors defense just got worse without Draymond. And I think the Kings are just like, I don't care if you score 130 points. Like, we're going to win anyway. And they've just got this whole attitude and vibe and step in the way that they play. I think they're going to roll through the Warriors. I think they're going to split with them at the Oracle. They're going to come home and finish off the series at is it the Golden One Center? I think
Chase
it's the
Center, right?
Chase Center. Oh, it's the Oracle. The Chase Center. Is it
Chase and
Center?
Oracle are
I
both
thought-
Golden State, or I think Oracle is what Golden State used to be.
Oracle was
Oh,
the old
sorry.
one. I think the
Chase.
new one's Chase Center.
Chase. People are just listening to me get it wrong here. So Chase Center, they're going to split with them there, and then they're going to come home and win it in Sacramento, light the beam, and go to the second round. And I don't know if the Lakers keep looking like this. Maybe they'll beat the Lakers in the second round. Who knows? Assuming the Lakers get there. See what I did there? I just made an assumption. So yeah, crossing out the Dubs. Sorry, Steph, greatest shooter of all time, but you got to just Draymond is a drag at this point. He's pulling you down. He's like an anchor. He's pulling you underwater. That's my crossing out or crossing up. Mason, what you got?
My crossing up, I'm going Danny Green. Didn't have any sort of rotation on
Love
Cleveland
Danny.
all year. Comes in, gives us like 17 minutes. The second he comes in, immediate avalanche. Went on like a 13-0 run or something like that. He shot the ball well. He defended well. It was nice to see old man Danny Green in there, even though Isaac Okoro, you should be embarrassed. You're losing your minutes to Danny Green. He's way too old for that. And then
I love Danny Green though. I love Danny Green. He's a great role player. People write him like I feel like a bunch of Laker fans are like Danny Green. Ugh. I'm like, dude, he was so
that one shot.
He was real pivotal for them. Like, I don't know.
He was great for them. It's just that one shot everyone remembers.
I know. Danny Green. He's
but
out.
They didn't win the finals anyway.
Lakers fans have a real short memory, you know?
And then for my crossing out, there's someone on the Knicks I would love to pick, but I'm not going to risk the jinx as a Cavs fan. So I'm just going to cross out Draymond Green.
Does your crossing out rhyme with Schmalin Schmunson?
No. It rhymes with
Schmandel.
Does it rhyme with Schmilius Schmandel?
No. Yeah, no. It rhymes with Sherritt.
Okay. It rhymes with Schmarch Babe Schmerit. That was hard.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
Yeah.
It was someone who's a former number 3 overall draft pick. That guy?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Possibly.
Potentially.
Possibly.
Knock on wood. All right. You can cross out Draymond, I guess, too.
I mean,
we all low key know. We all know.
If we all know that Draymond's crossed out,
we all know who you're really crossing out. But say the things that you would say about Schmerit about Draymond.
No bag. No right hand. No bag. Just hasn't really done anything, and you would expect your third overall pick to not be getting outperformed by like Josh Hart.
Hey man, Josh Hart is
a lot of heart.
He's Josh Hart, yeah. He's a locker room guy. Room.
Hey, he was great in game 1. Josh Hart's a good player. I would love to have him on the Cavs.
He's a good 3-and-D player for sure. Yeah,
he doesn't shoot threes, but he's a great rebounder and
he'll shoot him.
Player.
He'll shoot him. He's not a 3-point maker. 3-point shooter. Carter, crossing out or crossing up?
I'm going to go ahead and cross out Miami after they failed to beat the Giannis-less Bucks in Game 2. I think they're pretty much cooked, especially if Giannis comes back for Game 3. And then crossing up, I was going to go with a team that I think is really good, but since Mason went Cavs, I'm going to go Cavs. I'm going to cross up Karis LeVert because he deserves his flowers for having a good shooting performance, and he was playing great defense. And I pray to God that he does it at least 1 or 2 more times for the rest of the series because you never know.
Playmaking well.
Yeah, awesome game for Karis LeVert.
Karis LeVert's one of my favorite like non-well-known player. I love Karis LeVert. I love when he does well. What was he? He was 44% from the 3-point line.
21 points, 24.
24 points. 3 assists, 4 rebounds, good defense. Yeah, I love it when Karis LeVert plays well. It's the best.
Yeah, I saw something that said he held Brunson to like 2 from 11 when he was guarding him, or 2 from 9 or something like that too.
Yeah. No, it's he's like those advanced like the Microsoft stats or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just plugging Microsoft over here. But yeah, I love those. I love those defensive stats because it shows like how like opponents 3-point percentage when you're guarding them and different things like that, and that like guys like Alex Caruso kind of get a boost from that. And those are the kinds of players I like, that are like good defensive players, but it doesn't show up in the stat line, which is what Karis LeVert was last game. So that's a good crossing up. Did you cross someone out already, Carter?
Yeah, Miami.
Oh yeah, you crossed out Miami. I mean, let me ask you this: did we ever have Miami not crossed out since the playoffs started? Like, was anybody ever like, oh, they might
They're
beat
extra
the Bucks?
crossed out now?
Yeah, you just crossed them out.
They were slightly less crossed out when Giannis got hurt.
Yeah, and after
It
they
was
got
like,
a win.
hey, maybe. But this was this was exactly why I wanted Miami to get that 8 spot, because I'm like, if anybody's gonna steal a win off the Bucks, even if it is without Giannis, it's gonna be the Heat. It's gonna be Jimmy. Gonna be Jimmy buckets. All right. On likes, are we at 40?
We are not.
Okay.
We are not at 40.
All right. So here's how it's gonna go. We are going to do we're gonna do one more spin. Like the video. We're gonna do one more spin for an NBA shop gift card. In order to get in on that, if you haven't already, hopefully you were reading the description. You got to text 1-844-973-4083. You got to send your first name and last initial. So we're going to do one more spin for the NBA shop gift card. We're going to do a quick rundown of all the series, and then we are going to announce the winner of the jersey giveaway. Casey, heads up. That has to be gotten from the tool that we get that from. That's how we're going to do it. So let's pull up the wheel, Matt. Matt, are you there? Hello? Hey, Matt. Matt with the wheel. If you're on Instagram, you can't see the wheel. That's okay. If you texted the number that I said, you are on the wheel to win an NBA shop gift card, $25. Who you guys got? You sticking with your picks from earlier?
I was looking for a name that would match a Cavs player, but I'm not seeing one. So I'll go with TJ. I like the 2 letters.
TJ.
I'm going with Tina G.
Tina G. I'll go with Lupe G. Just like that name, Lupe. Always like that name, you know? Lupe. All right. Matt, give us in.
Is King Ferris on here?
King Ferris probably has a real name.
9904. Oh, come on.
Ooh, TJ.
Lamar
Hey,
F.
I chose Lamar F last time. I think I get half credit.
Mickey Mouse
You
win.
should have stuck with it. We would have had 3 in a row that we predicted.
Mickey Mouse
We
win.
had Tina, we had TJ, we had Lamar on the line.
I know that's true. You
switched.
did just
You
take up
switched.
that real estate with it. I mean, that's on me. That's on me, boys. I didn't come up in the clutch. I'm sorry. All right. So here's how you win, or here's how you claim your winnings. Who won just a second ago? Just a reminder. It was Lamar F. Yeah, that's right. Lamar F. Email triplecrosspodcast@gmail.com. Let them know you won an NBA shop, $25 NBA shop gift card on episode number 57. All right, Casey, I'm going to give you a minute to choose the winner out of the tool we use for the giveaway, for the jersey giveaway. And then if you want to do another text, you can. Not that you're not busy, right? Like I know you're just over there being lazy, right? And we'll just run through all this. All right, Bucks, we already talked about that one. Celtics, Hawks. Do you guys you have anything to say about the Celtics and Hawks?
The Celtics are good. The Hawks aren't.
The Celtics are good and the Hawks aren't. That pretty much sums it up. The Celtics are one of the 3 teams taking care of business the way that they're supposed to. The other one of those 3 teams is the Sixers. You guys have anything to say about the Sixers-Nets series?
I like a lot of the Nets players, but the Sixers are just too good.
The Sixers are really good. And so good that I'm I had a hard time in the Sixers because it's going to be Sixers Celtics, right? In the second round, probably, most likely. I had a hard time picking that series. I could see this. I have the Celtics winning the whole thing, and I could see the Sixers beating. I think maybe one of their hardest tests might be the Sixers, maybe even more so than the Bucks. I like a lot of Nets players too. I like Mikal Bridges. I've been hearing because I go to Phoenix a lot for work, and a lot of people in Phoenix are like, "Oh, I can't believe we're missing out on Mikal Bridges. Like they didn't know what they had." Like you really, Carter, you really think that Phoenix didn't know what they had? Like they're like, "Oh no, we had this guy for 4 years. We had no idea he was so good." Or do you think it was like, "No, we traded him to get Kevin Durant, you dummies"?
Just
They got
the
Kevin
touches
Durant.
weren't there.
Yeah.
Like in Phoenix, he's never going to get 20 shots a game like he gets now in Brooklyn as the best player.
I think that Mikal Bridges reminds me a lot of Karis LeVert, right? When he was in Brooklyn, or like he played really well in Brooklyn for a minute. Mikal Bridges is better. Or he reminds me of D'Angelo Russell. I'm just saying a bunch of guys who played in Brooklyn at one point.
Players that everybody liked when they were in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, I mean, D'Lo's done it a few times. He was big when he was with the Warriors and everyone was hurt, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Mikal Bridges is really good. He's just, you can't give him touches when Devin Booker's there. He's not as good as Devin Booker.
Exactly.
It's not like the Suns didn't know that he was good. They just knew he wasn't as good as Devin Booker. If you're going to take touches away from anyone on the Suns, you got to take them away from DeAndre Ayton, honestly. Dude won't go to the rack. Like, I don't understand it at all. Like, why are you a jump shooter from 8 feet away? These are weird shots, man. Super weird shot selection.
I think the NBA is so talented that there are a bunch of Mikal Bridges out there that you give them a handful more touches, you make them the best player on the team, they might start averaging 26 themselves,
Lots of guards, yeah. I mean, so Tyus Jones, I think, is another one of those. You know what I mean? Like, take John Morant out, put Tyus Jones in. It's like you give him touches. He's actually pretty good. He's not as good as Mikal Bridges. I think Mikal Bridges is more in the Desmond Bane category, but he's another one of those same guys. Like, you get him a handful more touches, they're really good. Yeah, I think the Suns knew what they had. Any other notes on Nets Sixers?
I didn't realize until now that the Suns traded away their two most likable or two only likable players in that trade. So now they're just
you know what
Bridges and Cam Johnson.
So for these jersey giveaways, when I advertise it, I try to, a little behind the scenes for you guys, I try to pick a player who is popular with basketball fans, but like just your average everyday person wouldn't know them. So I don't advertise like I'm giving away a LeBron James jersey, because everybody will want a LeBron James jersey or an Anthony Davis or Jason Tatum or something like that. So like for the Celtics, I'll pick like Marcus Smart, right? So if you're here right now listening, you might have entered to win a Marcus Smart jersey, or for the Lakers, Austin Reeves. Like, you got to follow basketball a little bit. So I say all that to say, I was actually in Phoenix talking to some Suns fans recently, asking them like, who is that for the Suns? And they're like, well, it was Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges. I'm like, well, it's not now. Who is it now? Is it DeAndre Ayton? And they're like, no, Suns fans hate DeAndre Ayton. Like, they're like, just trade this guy, get him out of here. They don't even want him.
It's Jock Lawndale now.
They don't have it. Yeah, it's like they're
Torrey
like maybe Torrey Craig, maybe, but isn't that like he's not on the level that Marcus Smart or Austin Reeves is.
No,
like, he's clearly the kind of third best player. Tyrese Maxey is that guy for the Sixers. It's like there isn't that for the Suns. It's like they got their big three and then a big old cliff. Anything? Yeah, I think that's really all I have to say about Nets Sixers. Cavs Knicks. Here's your chance to talk about Cavs Knicks. We talked about it a little bit at the beginning, but anything else you guys want to say?
I just feel like Cleveland's is good enough that they're gonna win the series. I think in 6 or 7. But I think that this is gonna be a fun little rivalry for the series because both teams are physical, both teams are young, both teams' fans are pretty passionate. I think that we're gonna have a nice little rivalry for however long this series goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, just sending Casey a message. Yeah, so JB Bickerstaff, as do all of the NBA coaches, watches the show religiously every single day. So anything, Carter, that you need to say to your guy, any advice? He will take it. He takes what we say very seriously. He's told me.
I don't want him to give up all the way on Isaac Okoro, because I think if we are doing phenomenal on defense, sure, don't put him in. But if we need defense, I mean, he was hitting threes in the second half of the regular season at a good rate. It was low attempts, but he was hitting like 40+% of them. And then he had a bad shooting night in game 1, and then he got 2 quick fouls in game 2. I don't think he's running out of chances. I think he should get another shot. Maybe don't start him, but don't bench him all the way.
You just got so many options there. You know what I mean? It's like you've got LeVert and you got Danny Green, I guess.
If you got Karis LeVert,
I didn't know
shooting
Danny
like 1
Green.
of 8 if he's on one of those nights, and you got Danny Green.
Then give Okoro some touches, sure.
Yeah,
but
and if Jetty's still getting barbecue chicken by Jalen Brunson, then I want to see Okoro on the court if Karis isn't doing his thing.
The only other thing I have to say about the Cavs and Knicks series is that I just love Jared Allen's whole vibe. You know what I mean?
Did you see the mic'd up after he fouled Randall? He's like, "What? It's a hustle play. What's wrong?"
It's a hustle play.
So funny.
He looks like he should be in a 70s cop movie. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like the partner, like there's like him and a partner and they're working a case. Like that's Jared Allen. He's too huge for that, but I wonder what kind of car he drives. What kind of cars do like NBA players drive? You think he drives like a Mini Cooper maybe?
Yeah. I know that Zydrunas
like-
Ilgauskas took the front seat of his car out and he sat in the back seat to drive.
Just sits in the back. Oh, and he has a driver to drive him around.
No, like he drove from the back seat, Zydrunas Ilgauskas. I know that like
Mason knows the best random trivia. He knew that Gary Payton had two sons named Gary Payton. So glad we have you here, Mason. Great addition to the show.
Of NBA.
Yeah. Random stuff though. Like that's what we really need, That's what we're trying to carve out a niche with a random NBA podcast. That's why all the coaches like us.
Yeah, that's why the coaches watch religiously.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I don't need any more advice. I just want to hear random crap. All right, what else we got here? Nuggets, T-Wolves. Anything you want to say about that, Mason?
The Timberwolves are bad. Karl Anthony Towns is bad. And the Nuggets are really good.
Yeah, the Nuggets are good at basketball. The Timberwolves are bad at basketball. Carter.
Jamal Murray game was cool. It was cool. Watching him drop 40, flashback to the bubble.
Do we get to stop calling him Bubble Murray now, and do we get to call him Playoff Murray?
I don't know. Maybe you have to see it a little bit more, but that's probably his best game since he's came back from injury. So regardless, it was really good to see.
Yeah, I would hate to be known as a bubble player. You know what I mean? Like T.J. Warren or Jamal Murray.
Well, is it better to be known as if you're T.J. Warren? Is it better to be known as a bubble player or not be known at all?
Well,
yeah, I think that helps T.J. Warren.
It's better than nothing, but
yeah, I'm
just saying, like, if I'm Jamal Murray, I want to be Playoff Murray, not Bubble Murray. Bubble Murray's an awful nickname. Yeah. Who else were some of the bubble heroes? Who were some of the other bubble heroes? LeBron and Anthony Davis?
No.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. No, the Nuggets are good. You guys think the Nuggets will beat whoever comes out of the Clippers Suns series or not?
I do.
That's the other pick I was really waffling on.
If their guys are hitting shots around them, I just think they're too good.
I'll put it this way. If the Nuggets come out of the West, I don't think I picked them, but I'll be pretty happy, honestly.
Yeah.
They'll lose. They'll lose to whoever comes out of the East. Any one of the three teams there's three teams in the East that probably beat them in a series. 4 teams, maybe. Just giving you guys the Cavs some credit.
Thank you.
Carter, anything else to say about Nuggets, T-Wolves?
I think the Wolves will grab a home game because they almost grabbed the road game on a comeback. So they should be good enough to grab one game and then just get absolutely hammered in the last 2.
Nice. Yeah, I think that hopefully they can grab one at home. I don't know what the Timberwolves are going to do with their whole situation. Like, yeah. Do you think? I mean, is the Rudy trade good? Does that go down as the worst trade in NBA history to you?
It might. If they don't clean it up next year, it might.
It definitely looks like it right now.
Recent history, at least. I mean, like, I'm not going back. I don't remember all the trades from when I was, sub 10 years old. Let's be honest. I don't know. I don't remember all the trades from last year, but none stick out to me as really, really bad.
I can't think of any trades nearly as bad as that one.
Yeah. Suns Clips. We already talked about that quite a bit. Anything else? Any parting shots on Suns Clips, guys? Just say everything you have.
Go Clippers, honestly.
I'm kind of in on the Clips too. I mean, without Kawhi, you know what it is? I'm actually in on Kawhi. I really, really like him and respect him as a player. I like how he is just quiet and just lets his game do the work. But without Kawhi, I'm kind of out on Paul George. So without him, then I'm kind of let's go Suns. Kings Warriors. Not Kings. Yeah, Kings Warriors. Anything you guys want to add there, Carter? Did you say it all?
I don't think the Warriors are done. That's all I'll say. They're not done.
I crossed them out, so they have to be. Steve Kerr listens to the show religiously, so
he's gonna give up now.
He's probably gonna bench Steph next game.
Yeah, just pack it up.
The
Warriors will never be done.
Casey cannot. He was sitting there listening to all this Warriors slander, and he just has to step in.
Yep.
What do you think about the Draymond stomp as a Warriors fan, though?
I mean, I almost put Draymond outside of like the Warriors like club. I'm like, he's. I'm just fast forwarding to like next year when he's no longer on the team.
Draymond punched Warriors players. I don't know if you saw this. This is Sabonis's X-ray. Draymond size 14s in his chest. I don't know, man. Mason, anything you want to say about Warriors Kings?
I saw that the Warriors are banning cowbells at this game because the Kings fans all had cowbells in the crowd.
That's so dumb to ban them, because I feel like that just is like, but not that many had them last time. Mm-hmm. And now I feel like every Kings fan who comes, which is going to be a lot, every Kings fan is going to be like, yeah, I'm bringing a cowbell.
Yeah, I think the Warriors are a little scared that the Kings are going to outpack their own building.
I know. Well, do they have any limitations on that or anything?
Yeah, you allowed to refuse.
I know the Steelers did it. I know the Steelers did it in the playoff game versus the Browns, but I've never heard of any other example.
I would love to see that happen.
The Steelers could
I'm just very in on the Kings right now.
Pennsylvania residents or something. You can't just restrict it to California residents because you're in California regardless. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how you
keep the Kings fans out. They can just lie.
I'm a Warriors fan. Look at this Steph jersey.
Yeah, extra $120 to get in with the Steph jersey, and then just take it off when you get in there.
Yeah, exactly. All right, which one did we miss here? Oh yeah, Grizzlies, Lakers. I don't know. Anything else to say about that? Or are we good?
Let's spin a wheel.
All right. I think we got one more. I think we got one more wheel spin in us. All right. So
I think we got two. John, we did hit 40, so we have two.
Did we hit? Have we had two wheel spins already, or just one? We've already had two.
Just one.
No, we've had
two.
We've had two, but we're at 40, so two more, right?
So yeah,
one more.
One more at 40.
Total.
One more at 40, and then exclusive one at playback. Link in description for playback. We'll do that after the episode. We'll do one more giveaway on playback after the episode. The link in the description for that. All right. Who you got, Carter?
Billy.
Who you got, Mason?
Let's go with Robert.
Who you got, Casey?
I'm gonna go with roast beef Rose.
Going with roast beef Rose.
I'm gonna stick in here.
I'm gonna go with one of the faithfuls on the show, Abby C, to win $25 NBA shop gift card. Let's go. This is a big wheel. Big spin.
Oh no, I should have stuck with TJ.
Oh, that's the second time. That's a third or fourth time that's happened where we picked it before.
Yeah. So apparently if we pick you the time before, you're just going to win the next time.
Abby, make sure you show up next time. You're going to win an NBA shop gift card. Okay. If you are TJ, email triplecrosspodcast@gmail.com to claim your NBA shop gift card, $25. Let the person at that email know that you won an NBA shop gift card on episode number 57. Casey, do we have our jersey winner for the week?
John, we do somewhat.
We do. All right.
We're going to do it live. We're doing it live.
We are doing
We're
it
using a feature that says that we should do this live.
We've done that before, and it did show their contact information. Just a heads up.
It says it'll hide it. It says it will.
All right.
On the
everybody, if it doesn't, everybody email them and congratulate them. So it's a live draw. This is for the Austin Reeves / Marcus Smart / weekly jersey giveaway. If you entered the Austin Reeves or the Marcus Smart one, that's just part of our weekly jersey giveaway series. I'm giving away a jersey every week during the playoffs, and we're about to find out who won this week. Casey, give us that live draw.
All right. Congrats to all those who entered. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications so that you can join the live chat.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you're on IG, follow us all. Because
do all the follows. Drop their social security number and their address.
3, 2, just me. 1. Okay, cool, guys.
John Brown.
NFL receiver, John Brown.
Me?
Yeah. I told you people listen, all right? And we got NFL receivers listening. We got NBA coaches listening. John Brown, congrats. Casey, tell him what he has to do.
John Brown, you won. We have your info, so you don't need to do anything. You just need to watch your inbox, and then we'll send you an email asking you which jersey you want, and then you respond to us with which jersey you want, and then you go to your front door and you get it.
Yep.
After we send it to your house.
While everybody is still here, really quick, make sure you join us on playback.tv/triple cross podcast. We're going to do one more NBA shop gift card on Playback. Playback.tv/triple cross podcast. Link is also down in the description of the video on YouTube. Mason at real.nba.quotes on IG. Thank you for being here, my guy.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Carter at NBA District on IG. Thank you for being here, my guy.
For sure.
Both these guys put out just the best content on the gram. So follow them on Instagram. Also, I keep forgetting to link up your YouTube channel. Check out their podcast, The Winner's Work Pod. I will link it up after this in the YouTube description if you're on YouTube. Make sure you join us right now on Playback at playback.tv/triple cross podcast. We're going to do one more NBA shop gift card giveaway there. And until next time, we'll see you. Let's go Cavs.
Let's go Cavs.